Guys, I will start with an overview of this webinar and talk a little bit about what we're going to do this today, have here in this meeting today. First of all, welcome you all again. We are very happy to have you with us. And in this webinar, we are going to make a new presentation of Albato and our platform so you can get to know our features in depth. And today we have here Diego. Leonid is not here yet, but he will join us soon. And me, and we'll stay with you. We also have other person in our Albato team. They will chat with you and they can help us answer some questions or complete some information. But the idea is to talk about the company and then have a free demo session. And at the end, we can make a Q&A section, okay? We are recording this call, and I will make it available in the event link on Facebook. And if you cannot able to answer all your questions, we can keep it on our community. Feel free to share our questions there. I'm not sure if all of you already know our community. I will insert a link here. So if you're not there yet, please join us. Just you to understand, Diego is our technical specialist from the support team. I am Wendy, and I am product marketing and community manager at Albato. And soon Leonid will join us, and he's our managing partner. So we have total competence to give us an overview about the company.
So thank you everyone for joining us today. We're really happy to have you here. My name is Leo, and I'm a managing partner at Albato. And just to start off, I would like to give you a very quick and high-level overview of who we are and what we are. So basically, you might get familiar a little bit with our platform and with our product overall prior to this call, but still I'm going to refresh your memory about us. So we're Albato, a no-code integration and automation platform. So for some of you, we may give off the vibe of a new player in the market. Yeah, but actually we're not that new. So the company was born almost 5 years ago. So it's pretty robust. Yeah, and it has some background, and we have almost 60,000 users using us. And those users are both individual users, so we call them solopreneurs, and also some SaaS companies. And basically, just to start the overview, let me share my screen, please. Yeah, right, folks. So, yeah, where I left off. So we're a no-code integration and automation platform. So basically, we've been on the market for almost 5 years, and you can see some of our recognitions here. So we were a participant in Google Growth Lab, and also we got a couple of Product of the Day on Product Hunt, and we got some recognition on G2. And also, I don't know, maybe some of you might hear about us as we campaigning on AppSumo last year pretty heavily. So, and yeah, we got some really nice experience there. A lot of reviews, a lot of feedback. So which really helped, improve our product and release a lot of new features. Let me change the slide. Yeah, and these are just, some high-level numbers. So this is our current customer base, and these are the number of automation scenarios that are running on Albato. So currently we're offering 500 plus out-of-the-box connectors. So this is our app library, and some of those applications I think you know pretty well. So I can quickly flip to Albato website just to show you. Yeah, so basically all the apps that we have are available here on the apps page. Yeah, I'm sorry, it takes a little longer because I'm using mobile internet. Yeah. Yeah, so here we have, as I said, 500 plus connectors, and basically we cover a lot of different categories: CRMs, marketing automation software, e-commerce platforms, Google Stack. So, for instance, if I search for Google, you see that we have almost entire Google Stack covered here, and yeah, a lot of good stuff. And actually, I think that we'll cover that a bit later in the call. So we have our team of integration engineers. And basically what those guys do 24/7 is they just keep building new applications and adding new integrations to Albato using our own no-code tool, App Integrator. So, and this is something that we're also going to cover in the call, as it's one of the things, that we're really very proud of, and it's one of our unique features that helps us scale faster and add new integrations faster and without any coding, because it's a fully no code and a very user-friendly framework. Yeah, but I'll jump to it a bit later in the call. Yeah, so please let me get back here. Yeah, and basically, just as I said, we have integration engineers that kind of work hard and do all the heavy lifting with adding new APIs. And on average, looking back at the few months, so this is the number of new apps that we've been adding consistently to our integration portfolio. Yeah, and also a lot of people, who had some experience in using Albato. Yeah, all of them, praised us for our support because it's pretty quick and it's available via live chat. So basically, you can just drop us a message, and usually within 10 or even 5 minutes, you get like first response, and yeah, normally, you should be able to handle 99% of your requests or your issues. So it's kind of very, humanized and live support. And yeah, that's the App Integrator that I told you about, but I think that we will give you a quick live demo of this amazing tool. And basically, as I'm giving you, kind of a broad overview of our product portfolio. So also, maybe it will be interesting for some of you if you have your own SaaS product. So we also have the embedded version of Albato, and this is essentially the white label version of Albato that basically you can just take and embed directly in your product, so that your customers would be able to use our integrations firsthand and have a very smooth and frictionless experience with no code integrations. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much it. And also, I don't know if any of you are following our communities or following us on social. So not long ago, we launched Albato Academy, and that's pretty cool stuff, because basically here, you can kind of take a deep dive into the fundamentals of integrations and automations. And we have a bunch of basic courses. So basically, these are online lessons from our integration experts, or we call them creators. So yeah, you can take those courses, just to get a better idea of Albato platform, yeah, and a better idea of no code integrations and automations in general. So it's absolutely free. So yeah, please don't be shy, don't hesitate. So please, you can sign up and join our academy. And also we have our own community behind this academy. So the people, who kind of completed the courses and got some knowledge and got a hang of automating and using Albato. Yeah, so basically being a part of our community, you can exchange, ideas, experience, and some maybe even some requests with other people, and yeah, and move faster. So what else? Wendy, is there anything that I might be missing?
No, Leo, it's
I
a
mean,
great introduction.
yeah,
Thank you.
for the general intro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diego, if you can start and then I can help you to make this demo session so people can hear us better.
Absolutely. I'm trying to speak the loudest that I can here. I don't know what Zoom made it to my microphone, but we're gonna try it. In case it goes wrong, we can see another option for everyone to understand how we work. Uh, Basically, I was trying to explain Albato works as a connector from different APIs, right? You can work if you want to work with 2, 3, maybe 10 different APIs. You can use Albato as a connector to it, uh, as an integrator, right? The first step that we need to do every time that we want to work with an application is to create the connection for this app inside Albato, right? So we need to create this connection so we can uh, grant the access to our account and use the API. uh, so let's say, for example, that I want to work with Facebook. So the first thing I have to do is to come to the Apps tab right here and to click Add a Connection. This way, we can search for Facebook between all the applications we have right now in Albato, and we can select Add a Connection, right? This way, Albato will try to grant access. So we click Grant Albato access, and you will enter with your email and password from Facebook just to set it up, everything, right? So basically, for every application that you want to work with, you need to first create the connection for it, right? So if you don't, you won't be able to use it inside the automation. There's a couple of other different kind of connections that we can create, which is called webhook. So you can create a connection called webhook, and Albato will generate a webhook address so you can set up inside your own application, or an application that works only through webhooks, or an application that we don't have in our apps list yet. So you can always generate a new webhook address and use it as a trigger. Same thing for the HTTP request slash outgoing webhook. It's a different option. Most of the cases, we need to use this for private applications. So if your company has a private application and are able to receive an HTTP request, you can use this kind of connection to set everything up. But basically, just to recall, you need to create a connection for every application that you want to work with. After you created the connection, you can move on to setting up the actual automation, right? We're gonna follow an example here, which is using Open API and Telegram to, to create a scenario between them. So we can receive a message from Telegram, uh, create the answer for it using OpenAI, and then using Telegram API again to send the response to the client, to the lead, and everything else. So first thing you need to do is to create the connection for OpenAI and for Telegram, as I said before. So here in the Apps tab, if you look here, you have OpenAI. You can see that I created this connection yesterday. The only thing that I need from my OpenAI account is the API token, right? So you can get this inside the API settings in your OpenAI account. Um, this can change, right, between applications. Some apps just need to insert the email and the password. Others will need the API token, etc., etc. Same thing for Telegram, right? Created this connection right here, and it's the looks a lot like the Open API, Open AI. Sorry, we just give the API key, the username of our Telegram account, and that's it. So with the two connections created, we can start to create our automation. So here in the automations tab, we select the option new to create a new automation from scratch. And here we have the basic two steps that we need to set up. First, we need to select an application which sends the data. We call this a
Make them
trigger.
an offer where they're like,
Sorry, somebody said something.
I think it's just a mistake too, sorry.
Okay, okay. We basically call this a trigger that is going to trigger our automation process, right? So when a certain event happens, this will trigger the automation to work. And the second step, we call this an action. So it is the action that the API will do to the data that we are sending to another app, right? So following our example that I mentioned it here, we are gonna receive a message from Telegram, send it to the OpenAI, and then send it again to Telegram to answer the client. So the first step, the trigger, will be Telegram. So we just come here to this button. We search for the application we need. So Telegram. We select the event that we want as a trigger. So we have two options here, new incoming message or new group member. In this case, we're gonna use incoming message and select the connection that we just created inside the app step. Select add a trigger. Right here, we have the allowed commands from Telegram. So if you have a little experience with working with Telegram API, you might know that we can set up commands in there for the bots to answer. So if you have these commands, you can just insert them here. But if you don't have any, you can just leave it blank and click save. This way, our trigger is already set up. Now we can move on to the action that we want to do. So we look for the app that we're trying to send this data, which is the OpenAI. We select here. Then we decide the action that we wanna do. So there's plenty of options here, like image generation, change the phrase, create chat completion, etc. But we are gonna use get phrase completion. Same thing here, you select the connection we created inside the apps tab before and click add an action. So this will bring you to the settings of the fields that we need to send OpenAI so they can know what to do with our data, right? So first thing you need to do is to set up the model ID that you want to work with from your OpenAI. This will depend, of course, on different accounts. Like for my account, it's this one, Text DaVinci 003. The prompt that which is the phrase to complete that we need to get from Telegram. So basically, we're gonna you select incoming message from Telegram, and this is all the data that Telegram sends from the trigger that we just set up. And we want to answer the message, so we look here for the text. So OpenAI will get the data inside the text coming from Telegram.
And in just a second, I can resume some steps. What Diego is saying is that he's trying to create a bot between Telegram and OpenAI. So in the first moment, he creates two connections. The first one for the OpenAI and the second one for Telegram, both with API keys that you can find in your personal account in the third-party apps. Then in the second moment, we start to create an automation. And in the first, we set up the trigger that we are expecting to run the automation. And then we set up the action that we are expecting to get with the scenario. So in the first step, we choose the Telegram app, and we also choose the event incoming message because we are trying to receive something, some question in Telegram, and then send it to the OpenAI app, and then gave the answer to the user on Telegram again. We do not cover this step yet, but so first thing, it's the trigger. So he connects his Telegram with the event and also with his account that we connect in the first moment. Then for the action, he selects the OpenAI app and the action get phrase completion. So after this, we have some settings. G, please open the settings option of the action in the gear icon. Yeah, great. So here we have the model ID. We have different types of models. I just sent here at the chat some brief explanation why we are using DaVinci. And then the prompt, what we need from this, what is the request? And we select the text from Telegram, the ask that user will send us on Telegram. Then we have the number of tokens, the temperature, and the number of generation. We have all those explanations. They might sound different concepts, but basically the tokens is related to the characters of the sentence. The temperature is more like the voice tone, and the generation about the conclusions. We can also send you a full tutorial about this use case, and you'll see it will be just a few clicks and you can run a bot on Telegram. So you can move on with the third step.
Thank you, Wendy. So moving on, the next thing we need to do is to get the phrase completion from OpenAI and send it back to Telegram so we can answer the client, right? So right after the second step here of OpenAI, we click this button right here and we select a new action. So we're gonna search again for Telegram. And then we're gonna select the action that we need. So there's plenty of options here like send message, block a chat member, get a chat member, delete message. But we're gonna use reply to message because it's what we are trying to do, right? And then select our connection just like the other two steps. So we set up the chat ID that we are getting from Telegram, the text that we need to send. So we come here, the text we want to send is coming from OpenAI, right? So we go to OpenAI data and we have here result text, which is the result of the OpenAI generation that we are going to use it to reply. And reply to message ID, we need to get this ID from Telegram. So we come to the first step again, and we look for the message ID right here. So right now we set up the chat ID for the Telegram, the text that we want to send, which is the result from the OpenAI, and the ID to reply the message, and click save. So now our automation is ready to go. We set up the trigger to incoming message. The message will go to OpenAI. The OpenAI will work on it and get the phrase completion, as they call. And then OpenAI will send this data again back to Telegram, and Telegram will reply to the message to the client, to the lead, etc. So now we just click start right here, and the automation will be running online until you pause it again.
I'm not sure if you want to test it, but I have some tests. So here I make a test. I run a new test today, but I start the bot, and then I ask him to create an integration description between Facebook and Google Sheets. And I specify some words like integration and API. And I also ask them to translate this description to Portuguese and Spanish. A simple thing, and in just a few seconds, I receive the message back, and totally made by OpenAI. So I just send a request, OpenAI make the job, and then I receive the response. I'm in Brazil, so I test the same thing in Portuguese and with the translation for English and Spanish, and I receive perfectly the three languages with the brief description. We can ask more questions for them here, but it's just an example. And I think you can see that it works fine, and it's too simple. I just made it in just a few clicks. And here in the tutorial, we also have some more information. Let me put here about the comments of the bot. So feel free to improve your automation. We have more explanation here. I just share the tutorial with you in the chat. And of course, it's just one of the main cases we can use through OpenAI, but there's an entire world of possibilities. So feel free to check not only this tutorial, but all of them. We have the full step-by-step here. And I'm pretty sure that you'll have great results, and you'll be able to optimize your tests. It's just to show you that is simple. Now, Diego, if you want to move on with the the general presentation of solutions and also about integrator, I will put you as a hoster one more time, okay?
So moving on, guys, we have a tool called Solutions that is very useful as well. Uh, right beside the Automations tab, we have the Solutions tab. And right here, Solutions works basically as a template that you can download it and install in your Albato account. And just it's a easier way to run a new automation. You don't need to set everything up. You just need to select the connections that you have. So let's use an example here. Let's say I want to work with RD Station and Telegram, right? So we're gonna click install. We can add our own scenario right here, but I'm gonna talk about it in a moment. So basically what you do is you install the solution that you need. So you select the connection you created for RD Station, as we talked inside the Apps tab, and same thing for Telegram. You select the connection for Telegram and click continue. And that's it. Integration is successfully set up. We can just click start and we can start our automation just like that. So with basically 5 clicks, very easy, very fast, we just set up a new automation and it's already running between RD Station Marketing and Telegram. So when a lead is marked as an opportunity in RD Station, we send an automatic message using Telegram. This is basically what this solution do. If you come here to My Installations, you will see all the solutions that you have active in your account, if it is running or if it is paused. For example, I have this one, Facebook Leads to Google Sheets, another one between Telegram and OpenAI, which is what we just did. And if you want to create your own solution, your own template, you can also do this. If you come here to your menu on the right corner, we have the solution builder. So if I want to create my own solution to give the template to another worker, another friend of mine that also works with Albato, that you found a very useful case, a very useful scenario, you can make his life easier by sending them a solution. If you click here, create a solution, we can name it. Let's see, example. Can save. So let's say I want to create a solution based on the automation that we just created between Telegram and OpenAI. So we can insert a description for this, like explaining what the solution does. Solution scenarios, which is basically creating the template that we need. So we decide the name of this solution and we get the automation that we just created. So I know that I created this webinar 2023 example, which is the automation we just created. So before you create a solution, you need to first create the template automation, like the first automation that we are gonna use as a template for the future ones. And basically that's what I did here. I selected the automation that we created a few minutes ago, and we can also insert the description in English for people to understand what this what exactly this solution does and this automation does. And we click save, and then we just created ourselves a new solution to work with, to have new easy templates to work whenever we need to create a new automation. Uh, Moving on, the next subject we're going to talk about is the App Integrator. So if Albato doesn't have the application that you want to work with, you have two options, right? You have the option to check our roadmap to see if this app is already being published or something like that. But Wendy is going to talk a little more about that in a minute. And you also have the option to work with the Apps Integrator. So right here in the right corner menu, we select App Integrator. What this tool does is basically allows you to create any new application inside Albato that has a open API and a public documentation, or if it is a private documentation, you need to have access to this documentation. But basically, it allows you to create any new application, any new action, new trigger that you need to work with. You can create your own application here, like your private application, if you have the API documentations for it. So for example, let's select this run application that we created a while ago. And you can see here that we have all the tabs related to creating API connection, right? So we have the authorization tab, which all the applications will need to have an authorization setting. Authorization setting is basically how you create the connection. You also have the tabs to create the triggers. So you can even create new triggers for applications that we already have, but we might not have this trigger that you need. Same thing for the actions. You can create new actions, add new fields to actions that already exists, and everything related to creating this. All you need to do is to have access to the API documentation that you need, because you have to check things like request method, which one's going to be the request URL. You need to get the exact URL from the application that you want to work with. Uh, Same thing for the authorization, because you need to set up this exactly like the application needs, like, because uh, each application has its own rules, right? And that's why we need the access to their API documentation whenever you want to add a new app. So for example, in run, we need to pass give the API key and the user token using the authorization. So inside the authorization, I created the field API key and the field user token to send it. And you can see right here, I send them through the header of the request. So I I mapped the the way that this API needs the data to come to them, right? So that's why we always need the API documentation to create new applications inside the Apps Integrator. So basically, the Apps Integrator is a very useful tool, very powerful tool as well. This is just a very small overview about this tool that we have, because we can do a lot of things with it. We can add many different apps with it, uh, and we can also add your private application if your company has one, like I said, and of course the applications that we don't have yet. So that's basically it.
Thank you, G. Yeah, actually, App Integrator, as Diego told us, it's a very powerful tool. And to optimize the use of this feature, we have improved our technical documentation. I just share with you here at the chat. And as Leonid said at the beginning of this meeting, we are also launch an advanced course for the integrator soon. And at the end, you can even have your only specialist certification. I'm not sure if we already shared the link of our academy here at the chat, so I will send here so you all can take a look. And you have a page with some extra information about the App Integrator as well. So hopefully will be even easier to use it as a no-code module of our platform. And we have another option as well, Diego also mentioned. So if you prefer that integration is handled by our dev team, you can do this. You can ask this with no cost. And we organize all those requests in a public roadmap. So you can leave your request there for integration or for new features. And you can share the ideas, explain your use case, what you want to do with the app. And you can also upvote the tasks that are already there. And then we have an internal evaluation process with all those tasks in the roadmap. We look at the technical viability, because as Diego told you, we need an open API to start integration. But we also consider other factors to organize the priority, like the number of upvotes, the potential value for other users, and some other factors. I can show you how easy it is to share your ideas in the roadmap. I know that sometimes it can take a look to answer all of you there. We just received a message here, but I can show you here. That's how the roadmap looks like. So here you can take a look at the tasks that are running right now. Here we have the tasks under review, the tasks we are planning, in progress, and done. If you want to add a new idea, please first check if something already similar here. Then you can just click at the task and insert a new comment, like if you really need this, or if you have access for a new API documentation, for example, of a suggestion to improve our event. So you just can click here and send your comment and upvote the idea. You also can share the idea with other people. If you add your own idea and you want to be implemented, you can copy the idea link and share with others, or add your own idea here at this button. That's simple. We used to answer you. Nick is here at the meeting, and also at the roadmap, and also me. And we answer all your questions, and we gave some ETAs in some cases when we have the complete documentation. And this another possibility to deal with your new apps and integrations at Albato. I'm not sure if you have some question here. Okay. I'm not sure if we can open for a Q&A section. Please, if you have some question, you can register here at the comments. And to there, I just want to share with you. There we are offering our own LTD in Albato. So if you don't have it yet, don't miss this opportunity. I will share the link with you. But we also have promoters that are engaged on this campaign, and they have a coupon with 20% discount in any tier and also in our regular plans. So feel free to reach them or even to contact us for more information about our LTD. Here we have more information. And we can have this last for 5 minutes to help you answer questions. Or Leo, I'm not sure if you want to add something before it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Wendy. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, not really. I think that you covered pretty much everything. So one thing that, again, I wanted to highlight, actually, who's sharing the screen now? Diego?
No,
Maybe you can share.
I can.
Or
Okay.
Wendy, you could share. Yeah, just if you could, for a second, go back to our website.
Just a second.
No screen yet.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, I think now it's working, right?
Yeah, so if you can for a second go back to the embedded page.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a few words for everyone. So that's a beautiful extension to our core product, which is Albato platform that Diego showed you. So basically, what you can do, and again, if maybe that that might be relevant for you if you have your own SaaS product, or I don't know, anyone who has SaaS product and who is looking, to either kind of create integrations from scratch or boost the existing integrations. So as I said, there's an opportunity to basically take the Albato engine. So pretty much everything that Diego showed you. So, and what we can do, we can white label the whole thing, and we can embed it natively into pretty much any SaaS product. So Wendy, if you can scroll down just a little bit, and where we have the interactive prototype. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so basically, just to make it more visual for you. So let's say this is your SaaS, and that space in the middle, that might be white label Albato integrations. So basically, if you click the styles, where you have the top bar, and basically these are the solutions that Diego showed you. So if you, you can just switch between the styles, and this is just to highlight that we can adapt to different, different visual interface, making integrations, looking more native by changing colors, fonts, or layouts, or basically pretty much any part of the integration page design. And if you click to install, if you click on any integration, so that what a solution can look like, and that's what Diego showed you. So that just let's say we have an integration with Shopify. Yeah, so we can kind of wrap it into a beautiful template and make like a very useful solution out of it. So here basically we could enable not only one case between like a SaaS XYZ and a Shopify, but a multiple use cases. And yeah, basically what a user should do is just hit install integration and then authenticate. Yeah, but there's no authentication screen here, but it will be here. So basically you just, go to the standard authentication page and you give a permission to access your account, and that's it. So, and the solution is set up. So, and what we do is basically we build a white label iframe. So that whole part in the middle is iframe. Yeah, it can be quickly iframed into almost any product, and it's going to be available out of the box for end users. Yeah, and those integrations, they can be run with just a few clicks. yeah, so I just wanted to, quickly cover this part of our product because I think it's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Thanks.
Thank you, Leo. So guys, if you do not have any question, we can end our meeting here, but we can wait for a minute if you want to ask something. Okay, I would like to reinforce that I will make the recording for the webinar available to the event in Facebook, and me and all the team is also available for answer your future questions in the community or in our support chat. And also feel free to join us on a roadmap and academy and read our documentation or tutorials. We are doing everything we can to help optimize your experience with us and optimize your routine. And that's it. I just to say thank you. You're all here. It's a pleasure to have you here with us, and wish you a good weekend.
Thank you very much, everyone,
Thank
who
you, guys.
took some time to join us, and thank you very much to our amazing team. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Diego. You guys rock. So yeah, have a nice weekend, everyone.
That's it, guys. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye bye.